Good morning, it's Disney Day 9, the final day of our trip. We have already packed up our belongings. We're getting ready to head down to Centertown right now to drop off our stuff at Bell Services. We have a half a day today. We're flying out at 4:30, but we do have Animal Kingdom this morning. It opens at 8 o'clock, early entries at 7:30, so it's bright and early, just after 6:30 here right now as we are getting ready to go. At 7:18 in the morning, we are coming into Animal Kingdom for the last time. Why did we pick this park to end on? It was between this or Magic Kingdom. Today, Magic Kingdom opened at 9, and it takes an hour to get to. Animal Kingdom opens at 8, and it's fairly simple to get to. So, we went with Animal Kingdom and kept Magic Kingdom yesterday. We thought about swapping the two. Because we have Disneyland, we don't really need Magic Kingdom. But, it's just easier to end on this park. Tree of Life. 7:28 by the time we got through security and scanning our tickets. 2 minutes to early entry. There's no way we're gonna make it all the way to Pandora by then, but I think we're gonna go do Navi River Journey. As we come across the bridge into Pandora, this is the back of the line for Flight of Passage. It does appear to be moving fairly decently, but it was extending pretty much back into Discovery Island. We're not gonna do Flight of Passage this morning. We would have had to have left significantly earlier. In fact, we got here at 6:30 the last time that we did Flight of Passage, and we just said that that was too early, especially on departure day. We weren't gonna deal with that. So Navi River Journey it is. Just enjoy this queue one last time. Probably won't ride it anymore after this. I think mostly what we're gonna do is walk through some animal trails today. Maybe go over to Conservation Station, take the train. After we ride some rides, of course. Still gonna do that. A literal walk on.
That was a long 10 minutes.
Yeah, I forgot to say it was a 10-minute standby.
It said it was 10 minutes. I think we walked. Like, we're literally walking on it.
Well, with Navi done, we're going right back to Discovery Island because we're gonna get some breakfast over at Isle of Java. And here it is, this little cart. It does open for early entry, 7:30, Isle of Java, just outside of Dinoland. And here is a look at our breakfast. We got the egg and cheese and sausage biscuit. Actually ordered 2 of these. And then we have the tiger tail chocolate twist. And we also ordered 2 of these. So these are our items. We walked over to Africa the back way. We just went up through Asia and then turned left. And now we are going towards Kilimanjaro Safaris at 7:59 a.m., which means the park opens in 1 minute. And again, we're gonna go to the safaris first. The biscuits were really, really good. The tiger tail chocolate twist was sweeter than I thought it would be. It's just like a chocolate croissant, but I feel like our chocolate croissants at Disneyland are mostly croissant with like a hint of chocolate. And this thing was mostly chocolate, like very, very, very sweet. But it was still good. I only ate like half of it and then handed it off to one of the kids. The kids were splitting a chocolate twist themselves. And then I think Benjamin ate all of your sausage, didn't he? So you didn't get any sausage. In fact, Benjamin took like 2 bites of the bit of tiger tail I gave him and said, "I'm full," and then threw the rest of it away before I could grab it to finish it. So, it's posted at a 20-minute wait, and the line does seem quite long. We've passed several different queue portions. So we're timing it, and we'll see how long it is. It has only been about 11 to 12 minutes, and we are approaching the loading station. So not too much longer to go, and it hasn't even been 20 minutes. So the line has definitely moved quite quickly. We are in the standby today because we're not purchasing Genie Plus for half a day. They just opened up a brand new vehicle, and we happen to be the second group that they sent down this way. That usually never happens to me.
May look like a zebra because of the stripes on its legs. It's actually a close relative of the giraffe. In fact, the okapi is going to be one of the only close relatives of the giraffe, and we know this. Now, we know that it's a black rhino from the shape of its mouth. If you look at its mouth, you'll see that it's more triangular shaped mouth. That is a key characteristic of the black rhino. Now, one thing about the black rhino is that it looks like we got a whole float hanging out because a group of hippos is known as a float. Now, one thing about the hippo and the rhino, they are both herbivores. Now, let me tell you, these dogs are not like your typical pups at home, because while they are cute, they're not cuddly, not one little bit. There's one thing that a giraffe likes to do. Well, if you think you like to eat a lot, well, giraffes, they spend about 20 hours of their day eating. Now, they actually only sleep for about 30 minutes a day, and they do sleep standing up and sometimes with their eyes open right now.
The little island there, they said, is a hidden Mickey.
Oh, big yawn. Oh, that's right. I don't want to mess with you at all. We also have some rhinos coming up here off to the right, but we'll get another view of them when we take this turn. But right now, I'm going to take a nice look at these lines. Oh, just, what a nice view this morning. Movie star. Because he was the model for Simba in Disney's live-action Lion King movie. Not the animated movie, the live-action movie. He was the model for it. What you doing? What you doing this morning? Now, these here are the white rhinos. And unlike the black rhino that we saw earlier, these rhinos, they have a more wide-shaped mouth. Wait, what are you doing? Are you coming to this side of the truck? Okay, good.
He left his credit card at home.
They're moving.
He left his credit card at home. It was my plan to go to Expedition Everest next, but it is still temporarily closed. It has been all morning. It hasn't been open at all. So instead, we're going to come over here to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail to kill some time and hope that that ride opens back up. Our safari driver actually went off script quite a bit today, and I appreciated that because she actually shared facts that I cared about. Like the fact that there was that giant hidden Mickey I had no clue was there. Or the fact that their lion is the model for Simba. I mean, how cool. Like, those are the things that I wish they would talk about more on the ride. They usually stay very in character and act like, you know, you're on a special reserve that has nothing to do with Disney. I think that's the baby okapi. Look how cute he is. Amy wanted to come over and see him. There's the bigger one over back that way. They're both eating right now. We're about to head into the research center where they have some naked mole rats. There they are. A whole network of them. I don't know. Digging. I just looked over and saw a snake. Wow.
It like wants to give you a kiss.
I don't think he appreciates you touching the glass. Benji just saw this tank and he's like, fishies! They like fish. We should get our big tank back out and try to get fish again. We have one little beta who's in his tank all by himself.
He's not by himself. He's like Kelly.
Shelly is a snail who keeps his tank clean. There are no other fish in that tank. Hip, 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 hippopotamus.
Wouldn't they get tired of all the fish bombarding their face?
Dig, 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 dig a tunnel. Dig, 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 dig a tunnel. Quick before the hyena comes. And as is typical with meerkats, we have one on sentry duty who is looking for predators. And of course, there are some zebras in the back there too. Oh, maybe they're gonna change places. Nope. Where'd he go? He disappeared. The sentry disappeared. That's him right there on the ground. He ran away. Nobody's on sentry duty anymore. There's a baby gorilla right there.
That baby is such a character. Or just, yeah, look around.
And the final portion of the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail is this area right here. Big wide open space where all the gorillas can run around and play. There's the big boy right there. Woo.
He's the second biggest.
Second biggest, wow. Now that we're done with the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, we're gonna pop into Zuri's Sweets. Benjamin is hungry, and we're gonna see if we can find something for him to eat. Well, the sweet shop only had sweets, surprise, surprise, but the store next door has this really nice line of Animal Kingdom merchandise, and we are looking at getting this ornament right here, because we always buy an ornament every trip, and then this magnet as well, since they both match. I really like these. But they've got all sorts of stuff in this line as well. I particularly also like the mug. Here's the back side of it, and then the front side of it. But I don't know that we have room for another mug. In fact, all of this stuff here is a new line of merchandise that I have not seen, in previous years. We only, the last time I was here was a year ago, so it's not like I had a great opportunity to see this line before, but I mean, it's like completely new, and it's really nice looking. It's kind of become a tradition for us that every year we are here to buy something from Africa. So we've bought one of those before, and one of those. We've also bought a wind chime as well as a bowl. So this is gonna be our item for this year. So we found some food at the Harambe Fruit Market instead. And here we got a blueberry muffin and a clamshell of strawberries. Do you like strawberries? Mm-hmm. What? You're excited about your muffin?
Are you having some?
You eat what you want first. We were gonna go to the Kusafiri Coffee Shop and Bakery, but it's got a really long line. At 9:30, Rafiki's Planet Watch opens, and it is 9:30 right now. So we are gonna go down here and take the train over to the conservation station. Well, we just barely made it on the train.
Welcome aboard the Wildlife Express with service to Rafiki's Planet Watch. Here, you'll discover a wide range of animal way to Rafiki's Planet Watch. Keep an eye out for some of the exciting wildlife.
There's Rafiki. We're walking down to the conservation station. Rafiki points the way. And here Benjamin's really excited about the panda and the conservation building up there. Up to our left is the affection section. The petting zoo where they have some of those Nairobi pygmy goats. And some sheep, I believe they said they have in here as well.
And number one.
That's a pig, man. I'm holding on to goat.
That's a pig.
That's a pig.
You want to pet the pig?
Pet it. Oh, we saw it and fought because that's on my group.
The first goat that Benjamin looked at stood there and then started pooping.
When you are done petting the animals, you can come inside and look for several more animals in the different displays. Like that snake right there. The animation experience here starts in about 5 minutes, and there are, looks like plenty of spots still available. So here the seats are not tiered like they are at DCA. Despite not having the stadium seating, I can see the screen pretty easily from where we are. So it looks like here at Animal Kingdom, they pre-start you on the paper. They already have the basic lines, so you don't have to do that.
Morning, everybody. Welcome today. Make sure your spirits. How's everybody out there? Everybody doing good? Yeah. Remind yourself that you are on vacation here, except for me. Okay? So have much fun as possible. In my class, there is no right or wrong.
Here's how it's looking
And
so far.
from that point, Walt Disney is all about. It's
And
helping
here
these
is
animals.
the
And-
finished product
But we are
from the
finished
teacher.
here. Doesn't matter what it
And
looks
this
like,
one
good or bad.
is mine.
You put your heart in this.
Benjamin wanted me to show you his,
Mind is to anything that
and
you're
James wanted me
passionate.
to show you his.
Music.
But the best of ours is Amy's, and this is
Yeah,
hers.
go ahead and date it.
After we finished up the animation experience, we are going to work our way back over to the main portion of Animal Kingdom. And right around then, it'll probably be lunchtime. The train has arrived to take us back to Harambe. Kevin! And for lunch, we come to Flame Tree Barbecue. We gave the kids the choice between Flame Tree or Yak and Yeti Local Foods Cafe, and they chose Flame Tree. Amy really wanted to get the mini mango pie from Yak and Yeti, but we'll just have to go back up there in a little bit as like dessert. This is a full look at all of our food. First up, we have Benjamin's meal. This is a pulled pork kids meal with an applesauce and graham crackers. Moving on, we have James's meal, another kid's meal with pulled pork, graham crackers, and cutie mandarin oranges. And then Amy got a cutie mandarin orange with her baked beans and half chicken adult meal. And I ordered the adult meal, baked mac and cheese with pulled pork. Every time we come to Flame Tree to eat, we always pick this exact spot under this building right here because the boys can watch Everest in the distance. Sometimes we try to get a better table, but sometimes that's not possible, so this is the best we could get today. Truthfully though, regardless of where you sit here at Flame Tree Barbecue, it is absolutely gorgeous every way you look. My baked mac and cheese pulled pork was particularly good, very delicious. One of my favorite things to get at Animal Kingdom is the baked mac and cheese. A lot of other people agree as well. I wish Tiana's tasted as good as this one. It's still pretty decent, but not as good as this. How was your chicken?
Actually, really good. Everything was very juicy. I mean, it's a mess. I look like I'm, making a huge mess over here, but very well seasoned. It was piping hot, so it wasn't cold. It's been excellent flavor, so no complaints here.
How about baked beans?
Okay. Complaints with baked beans. Baked beans are all right, but
I did have a bite of her baked beans and I agree. And as I mentioned a little bit ago, we've now ventured up to Asia because for dessert, we're gonna come over here to the Local Foods Cafe. The mini mango pie is no longer on the menu, but I have it on good authority that if you ask for it, they'll still sell it to you. Well, it appears they do have it here on their physical menu. It's just not on their digital online menu. Amy said that while she's getting the mini mango pie, that James and I should go single rider Everest. The current wait time is 55 minutes, I think, 50 or 55 minutes. And we need to leave in about that, which means we don't have time to stand by it. So single rider is all we can do. And Benjamin is just shy of being able to single rider that attraction, but that's okay. They're going to go to the Boneyard in Dinoland, USA, and Benjamin was super excited about going to the playground again. And this whole line here is the single rider line. We will time it and see how long it takes. It has been 15 minutes. 15 minutes. At 15 minutes, I am getting on to the attraction. Better than 55. Triceratops Spin. Over here off to our left is one ride that we did not ride this trip. In fact, well, I was going to say it's the only ride we didn't ride, but that's not true. We also did not ride Kali River Rapids. Otherwise, got most everything done here in Animal Kingdom. Did not do the Maharaja Jungle Trek. We missed out on doing that. We were hopefully going to do it today, but just ran out of time. So we have to leave in about 20-30 minutes. Well, I met back up with Amy because Benjamin was having fun in the boneyard. How was your mini mango pie?
It was pretty good. I feel like the price has gone up a lot since we came last because I think it was like $9 with tax.
See how tiny it is?
It was filling though, like,
yeah.
So it was enough for me, that's for sure. But after the other day having the frozen chai from the Joffrey stand right across from that, I think I would rather have one of those than get
a mini mango pie.
Yeah.
Amy went on a hunt for refillable popcorn because we brought our bucket. She's going to refill it up with some popcorn as a snack while we're in the airport waiting. In the meantime, the boys and I are going to go to Isle of Java to get some more frozen Cokes. Afterwards, we'll poke around the gift shop over there off to the left, Discovery Trading Company, until it's time to leave. Say bye-bye, Animal Kingdom.
Bye, Animal Kingdom and Disney.
Yeah, bye-bye, Disney World. Even though the sky is a little dark, we were fortunate enough not to well, I don't know if it's fortunate or not, but fortunate enough to me not to have to deal with the rain on the trip because the first couple of days we were carrying the umbrellas around. I mean, we did get some rain like on day 1 or 2, but after that we didn't really have to carry the umbrellas around. Amy thinks that's unfortunate because she would have rather had the rain cool things down, and I do agree with her on that. We arrived at the airport, and of course it is pouring here. Thankfully they mostly have covered walkways. But we just dropped off the rental car, and now we're headed into the airport for our flight home. Well, we are all checked in for our flight. Our bags are dropped off. Now we have to go through security, but we have something special. Can you tell me what it is?
So I saw online there's this thing called like MCO Reserve, powered by Clear. So it's different than like the paid Clear fast pass service for security. It's a free one. I reserved it a couple days ago, but you had to pick like what time you wanted.
We can only reserve like up to a week out, right?
Yeah.
So we had to wait till we were here.
We waited until we were here. And actually, I adjusted the time like 2 days ago because we had done it for 2. We weren't sure what time we were going to get here. So I changed it to 2:30, I believe. But they said you have a 20-minute window, I think, on either side. So we're going to see. But from what I've heard, it means you can get through security in just a few minutes.
As we approach these security lines, there is a green flag here that says reserved. Now, we did not have this in San Diego. This is something that we've only discovered for Orlando. Now, a lot of other airports will have it too, but San Diego does not. So let's talk about security for a minute. Obviously, we couldn't film in security, but I did want to say that the regular screen line had like 200 or 300 people in it, and the reserve had like 10. So it said about 25 minutes?
I think it said 24 to 28.
24 to 28 for the regular line, and it took us less than 5?
Yeah.
So definitely liked the reserve, considering it's free. Well, we are back home now. It's actually the next morning. A pretty abrupt end to the video. I know I completely forgot to film pretty much anything after going through security, primarily because our family was split up on the airplane home. We booked our tickets 4 months in advance. We usually do 3. 3 is about the sweet spot, I find. We booked our tickets 4 months in advance, and all of the seats with any grouping of 4 together were completely gone even 4 months in advance. It just seemed really, really odd. And the person on the phone after I called them when this happened said that we could try talking to the gate agent when we got there. So we did do that. But all they did was just shrug and say, well, there's nothing we can do. Well, it's like, well, then what was the point of, even telling us to talk to the gate agent? Turns out that the flight had everybody just kind of discombobulated and everywhere. Everybody around me was separated by several rows. It just seemed like a big mess. I don't know what would have caused that for multiple groups of people to constantly be split up by 3 or 4 rows. You think everybody would have just been able to book close to each other, leaving empty seats close to each other for other families. Anyway, all that aside, we got back at about 9 o'clock last night, I think. Got home, got in 8:30, 9 o'clock. We left Orlando at 4:30, and of course, we had that 3 hours back time change when we came this direction. But overall, had a good trip, good flight, no baggage issues, nothing like that. Everything was safe and fine. If you are still watching at this point, I applaud you. Every single day, views get less and less with this sort of a thing, because people feel like, oh, well, I missed day 5. I can no longer watch any of the other sequential days. Maybe I'll watch day 5 eventually, but then they just don't. So, I applaud you for making it this far. We obviously will have Disneyland videos this point forward. I don't know when our next trip will be. I think we're tentatively planning Disneyland Paris for next year, but absolutely have zero plans as of right now. We also have to figure out how to squeeze Aulani back in there, because the year after Disneyland Paris is going to be Amy and I's 15th wedding anniversary, and we're talking about Disneyland Tokyo. And then after Disneyland Tokyo, we feel like, can we really go 3 years without going back to Walt Disney World? We've never done that. The longest we've ever gone since we've been married is like 2 years. So it's like, well, then do we have to go to Disney World again in 2027? And does that mean we're not going to Aulani again till 2028? Oh, so many questions. We want to go back to Aulani so bad. So we have to figure out when we're going to be doing all of, vacations and things. But Disneyland in the meantime. Again, thanks for watching. You can click here to watch our trips, as we've mentioned multiple times in these vlogs now. And hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.